preserve your memory and favorite days. Come online to the newest craze, the digital scrapbook, the way you want it to look. With digital scrapbook kits, fun and full of wit, you log in today, you won't be able to quit. Come on over and you'll think it's the bomb. Nitwitcollection.com.
Hi everyone, and welcome to our video release of our latest collection, our Cottage Garden Collection. Now, if you're like the outdoors, you like the prettiness of flowers and birdhouses, and you like a little bit of shabby chic even, this kit has it all. This is our bundled collection, which obviously includes our FQB, our Cottage Garden 2 paper pack, our Cottage Garden solid paper pack, our Cottage Garden Talk Alpha, as well as our Little Bits Cottage Garden, which is the additional elements that aren't included in the FQB, and they're all nicely clustered together, has lots of phrases, lots of word tags, things like that in order to help you complete your projects. So let's go in and have a peek here. Well, let's get out of this screen. Let's go in and have a peek and see exactly what is in each and every individual item. So in here is, in our FQB, is obviously starts off with our papers and beautiful mint and green colors. There's also a light gray in there, which is a really nice tone in order to go with it. You'll see I used it in the card making idea. When you kind of take a look at the product on our website, you'll see the card that I made using it, and you'll see that the gray blends very, very well with it. Here's some of the floral papers, nice little floral, obviously in the three color combinations of the kit, so that you can take it in whatever creative direction you're thinking. Whatever your color palette, however you see this kit, you've got the options in here. Here's a sweet one with the birdhouses on it, the watering cans and some of the flower pots and the gardening tools. Really, really sweet. If that's the direction you want to go is all about the gardening, terrific way to go. Obviously some ginghams, always a pretty addition in the papers, and as well as the polka dots. Great accent papers. And here's the quilt paper. Mary Fran adds these in from time to time, and the quilting is, you know, if you are one of those people who love fabric, love the quilting, love that cozy feel, these are great papers to use. Another little rosebud, that's a little mini rosebud in case that's hard to see on the screen. That's exactly what that is in the colors again. And here into the big florals. This is the roses paper that Mary Fran made. Almost has a bit of a watercolor look to it, as you can see on the leaves there. Again in the mint green color and in a darker pink. This is just a square pattern in case it's a little hard to see there. Again in the pink and in the mint, or sorry, in the gray. And some stripes. A great variety of all kinds of different styles of papers, and obviously all color matched to this collection. So here we are in the elements and birdhouses. Look at the weathered look on that. You can see that as I move my cursor over here. Look at how Mary Fran created that weathered look in there. Isn't that gorgeous? Beautiful, beautiful little element to use. Another birdhouse in a different style. A little bit, that's for those tall birds, right? And one with the flowers on the outside, kind of almost placed on like a trellis, and maybe this is the honeymoon tweet for the birds, right? Some bows, obviously great coordinating elements to tuck in, and the buttons, and you can see they have the metal looking edge around them. Great elements to use to add a little bit of shine, and you'll see again how I used some of them in our card making idea. And here is the fence and the birdhouse, and all clustered together for you. The great thing is Mary Fran tries to do is to cluster some of the elements together. You obviously get these individually in the kit, but it's also nice when they're clustered together for you, because like you could use this as your main element to whatever you're making, whether it's a scrapbooking layout, a card, a mini album, whatever craft project you're thinking of with this kit. You already have things that are pre-made for you, so you can actually get to creating. You don't have to go ahead and build all this and worry about scale and size and everything else. These are terrific elements. Another great cluster of elements put together if that's the feel and that's the look that you want. And now we have the elements in their separate form. Here's the weathered fence, so that way you can have creative control and decide exactly what you want and how you want it to look. Here's some terracotta-like pots. Boy, don't we all know this one, right? You're starting out gardening and you're like, okay, look at all the planting I have to do. And here it is, just a little dirt and a shovel, right? There's what you end up with at the end, a nice full bloom. It's worth the effort when you're doing your gardening. Another beautiful pot cluster with the roses seed packet in it. And here's some white pots. If you're going in that theme here, some of the floral prints are placed on already for you. Again, allows you to decorate just how you see fit. And here's the gardening boots. Everybody needs a good pair of gardening boots if you're out there, right? And here is 4 different styles of that similar looking boot, but obviously quite different in their color and their pattern and everything else. So you choose which one works best for you. Some gardening tools, individual ones, hard to even use too. Here is the heart mats, and these are great. Again, you'll see how I used both of these heart mats. Here's the second one. How I use both of these in the card. That's one way of using them. With the center being a nice, simple white patterned paper, you can use this to journal on. You can use this to place photos in. You can use this to put a stamp on. You have so many uses. Or these would be excellent in a mini album. Wouldn't these be great slide-in tags, into the pockets? Maybe even place another set of the roses over top, because you do get this element in the kit. Print it off as another separate element and in the same size, and then that way you can paste it on top, and you can use that as your what helps it from dropping down too far into the pocket. Here are some journal tags that are blank for you, so you can fill in whatever works best for you. And these ones, I'm not sure if you can see right, but these are lace borders. So on the top of this is an eyelet lace type material, so that way you, if you're going in for that feel, whether maybe it's a Mother's Day card or a Mother's Day project, great feel for that. Again, some leaves in their individual form, so you can choose to build. And here is the flower pot. Beautiful tin can, nice coloration to make it look like almost like it's metal and have all those beautiful rosebuds in it. Here's a different variation on it with the fleurs tag on it. And another bucket, more kind of that wooden look. We've all seen these buckets in the stores and maybe even have a couple of these. Great little buckets, right? They're sweet. They really remind you of gardening, don't they? And another one that's empty, so you can fill it up with whatever you so choose. The ribbons, obviously matching ribbons. Ribbons are great elements in order to add in some interest into some dead little areas or however you see fit to use them. And here are the roses. There's a few different styles here. You're going to see this style in 3 colors of pink. You're going to see this style, obviously in pink again. We didn't want to make gray roses. We don't want metal roses exactly. And here's another style with a couple of colors of pink. So you choose whatever style looks best for your project. And here are the clusters that I was talking about. So you have full options, whether you like what's been created for you in terms of clustered items, or you can choose to build them yourself. Here is the seed packets, 1 and 2. And these are just simple tag items. And if you take a look at the layout inspiration that we have on our website, you'll also see how Mary Fran chose to use one of these. And she actually journaled in here, which was a great idea. Something I didn't certainly think of and when I saw how she used it. But again, great elements in order to do that with. You can put all kinds of things on here. Maybe you just want a big flower in the center, whatever. They're excellent additional items in order to build interest in your layouts and cards and mini albums and what have you. So again, a couple of different varieties and colors so that you have the creative options that you're looking for. Watering can. Beautiful white watering can with the floral paper already emblazoned on it. Beautiful, beautiful element. And here's some of the metal ones, both with and without flowers in them, so depending on what you think looks best. And last but not least is the wheelbarrow full. Again, that nice white weathered look, right? Really a look, obviously, is a look that we really, really like, and hopefully you do as well. So let's have a peek at the little bits. This is the additional elements pack, and again, this is not included. None of these elements are included in the FQB, so don't worry about buying doubles. None of the products have duplicates in them. So here's a rose garland. Again, can you see that stretched across something? That is another main element that is really a highlightable element. Here, again, this is what I was talking about in our little bits pack. You get the clustered elements already done for you. Beautiful, beautiful live, love, laugh of the flower pots. And here's another cluster with all the gardening accoutrements. Again, blank journal tags, some more of them for you in different styles and colors. So again, you can write on whatever you find is appropriate. And here is the label that you saw on the flower pots. And as well a blank one, because maybe you want to spell something different on there. Here's Fleur de Jardin. Again, nice little metal additions here with the metal looking screws and stuff like that. Something that you can apply wherever you would like, whether you want to use it as a standalone element, maybe place it over One of the other elements, like on one of the watering cans, you thought, no, I prefer this label on this. Well, there you go. You've got the label to use. Garden roses, as well as a blank one, so that way you can write in whatever you want to say on it. Here is a sentiment. So this is, you probably can't tell from here, but actually this is a blank background. There is no white to this or anything like that. It just says live life in full bloom. So you can place that simply onto something. Enjoy each moment. And these are the word tags that we've obviously tried to come up with appropriate sayings and themes and things like that. Again, to help you along where you can just enjoy the creative process without having to get too far inside your head with what would be the perfect sentiment and what would be the perfect font and how big should I make it and everything else. Mary Fran's done all the hard work for you there. So that's our little bits. On to our Cottage Garden 2 paper pack. And again, no duplicates. You will not find this paper in any of the other products that are part of this coordinated collection. These are some similar patterns and obviously within the coordinated colors, but you will not see these in any other parts of the kit, and these are different for you. This is going to give you a lot more creative options, especially when you're taking to making many items with it. Like if you're making a grouping of cards, if you are making a mini album, and you really need a lot of different papers, or you want a lot of different papers so you don't have a lot of repetition. These paper packs are just absolutely perfect for it. The solid paper pack, so it has a very light muted lined pattern in it. I don't know if you can really see it. I don't know if it shows up on your screen here on the video, but there is a very muted light pattern. You can kind of see it on this one a little bit better. So still has a bit of attraction to it, but very simple. We always like to use these as our background papers in behind a patterned paper. They work so incredibly well in order to color match for you, and it's always nice to have that colored paper, that basically like cardstock, right in behind your patterned paper. It just gives it that extra highlighted look. So that's our solids, and we'll go lastly into our alpha, which is we call our talk. And here is a beautifully floral colored alpha with letters, numbers. There's 4 punctuation elements in it as well. This is going to give you the opportunity in order to highlight a special word, a special phrase, maybe someone's name, maybe use it to spell Mother's Day, or maybe your mother's name is like Joan or something like that. And that's what you want to have on there because that's the highlight you want to have in your card. You have all that available to you by using our alpha and each one of these letters. So they're created quite large, so you can resize them to whatever size you want, but then that way, if you're building a little bit larger project, you will have a nice big large item to use. So thanks for viewing. I hope you enjoyed this kit. And again, remember with our bundled collection in our products for sale, when you purchase them as the bundled, you do save a 20% off of if you bought them individually. So well worth the money. And in order to buy that, that takes the price down to $15.96 US, and really well worth it because all the coordinated products are there for you, and it gives you so many more creative options. Thanks again for watching. Hope you like this kit. Come on over to Knitwit Collections to pick one up and pick this set up for yourself. On our YouTube channel, please leave us a comment, like our page, subscribe to our page so to make sure you don't miss anything, because we will have more projects coming out in terms of inspirational products. There'll be a new one going up next week. So hope you don't miss out and hope you have a great weekend. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.